Podcaster Joe Rogan had this to say about a potential 2024 presidential matchup. Let's take a look.
I really believe if Michelle Obama runs, she wins.
Yeah.
I think she wins.
She's good.
She's great.
Yeah,
she's
good.
intelligent.
Yeah.
She's articulate. She's
Right.
the wife of the best president that we
Right.
have had
Right.
in our lifetime in terms of like a representative of intelligent,
sure.
articulate people. She could win.
Rogan went on to say that the only thing that would stop her is if she bought into some of the policies that are destroying businesses in America, that are making people scared. If she somehow or another supported or showed any support for lockdowns and mandates and all of this craziness that's going on. I definitely agree with him that Michelle Obama would be probably the most popular Democrat that could possibly run at the moment. I think any of all the living Democrats that could run for office and be popular, I think Michelle Obama would be very popular with the Democratic base.
Yeah, we've been saying this on the show for a while now. I absolutely agree. I think she is. I think there is no way anyone other than Biden runs and is the nominee in 2024. But beyond that, if she shows any interest in getting involved in politics, she would. She would make a very strong primary contender because she is well liked. She's an Obama. She can. I think she can navigate those waters pretty well. She'll get a lot of institutional support. I don't know how do you think progressives would handle her, Ryan? The sort of Bernie type people. They probably don't hate her, but also don't love her.
No, they don't. Right. They don't hate her. The Bernie types are awfully skeptical of the Obama era, and feel like it was a massive lost opportunity. Yeah. Now, because Michelle Obama has not, didn't really engage in it the way that Hillary Clinton engaged in the Clinton administration, she's not really connected to it in as tight a way. But they're not going to have any other alternative.
Right.
Now, all of this is kind of beside the point because Michelle Obama seems to have made it really clear that she doesn't want to run, that she's not interested in this. She's got that $60 million from Netflix, and they're making documentaries. She's writing books. She's writing children's books. They got their nice pad in Martha's Vineyard. The stats, the polling shows that she's one of the most popular politicians in the world, if not the most popular politicians in the world. But once she's
never held office.
Right. Once she makes contact with actual politics, that starts to go down instantly.
Exactly. Yeah. And that would be what's really interesting about it, is how the progressive base would how they would perceive Michelle Obama, because you're right, Ryan, the Obama era was definitely where many progressives really actually got their start in criticizing the Obama presidency and Obama policies. But things have shifted, I think, now also with a lot of the progressive base has now kind of, I think, developed more of the wokeness and gone more into the race stuff and more into more of the identity politics. And so I think there might be some soft spots for Michelle Obama because she checks the identity boxes. So that would be kind of interesting to see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think she'd walk away with it. But yeah, I don't think she wants it. I don't.
Yeah. And I think she would be a strong general election contender, much stronger than Kamala Harris, Mayor Pete, I don't know, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar. I'm just going through, the people who expressed interest last time. Probably some of them will next time. There's an opening, which again I don't think will be in 2024, but will be in 2028. She will be a strong general election contender because Barack Obama left office very popular. There are people who voted for Obama twice and then turned around and voted for Trump. They didn't like Hillary Clinton. I guess they don't like Joe Biden, although some of them probably came back to vote for Biden. But she might be exactly the kind of transcendent figure that he was, or at least purported to be or seemed to be in some way in terms of campaigning and speech giving. Her remarks at the virtual DNC last time around were pretty impressive, pretty good. She has that kind of rhetorical flourish that he had as well. So I think I think if Democrats want to win in, again, we're getting way ahead of ourselves because I think there's no chance this is a factor in 2024, but in 2028, they should pressure her to run if they think it's important to beat whoever the Republican is, which obviously they will.
Well, I'm curious for both your takes on this. I think if Obama could have run again in 2016, despite all of the criticisms that I have of his administration, he would have beaten Trump.
I agree with that.
What do you guys think?
I agree with that.
I don't. I actually don't think he would have beaten
Trump.
I think Trump was I think Trump was unstoppable in 2016, but in 2020, that's a whole different story. Everything kind of shifted, the narrative shifted, what he ran on shifted. But 2016, I think that people were really reacting to Obama. They were reacting to those 8 years. They were reacting to losing their homes, the financial crisis, the middle class shrinking. And so I think he would have actually beat Obama in 2016. I think he was unstoppable.
I don't think so. I think Obama would have won. I think Bernie would have won. I think basically anyone but Hillary Clinton would have beaten Trump in 2016. In 2020, I think Trump was looking pretty unbeatable, and like a unbelievable cascade of events, the pandemic, and then it happening to be Biden meant Trump. I think Trump would have won short without the pandemic and would have beaten basically any other nominee. But
to me, I think the thing that would have tipped it for Obama is that Hillary. Now, the reason that Trump ended up winning wasn't necessarily that he outperformed Romney in 2012. It was more that Hillary badly underperformed Obama in 2012, and two things I think accounted for that. One, she's sort of like an avatar for NAFTA. Like her husband passed NAFTA. Mm-hmm. And so in the Rust Belt states that voted for Obama in 2012 because he bailed out the auto industry and saved the economy there, they had no loyalty that extended from that to Hillary Clinton, because they looked at Hillary Clinton like she probably would have gone with Romney and said let Detroit go bankrupt. And then also in Milwaukee, Philadelphia, elsewhere, African American turnout was badly down, and I think Obama being on the ticket and rallying in those states gets enough out. But I agree, you're right, it would have been close.
I'm sure if Obama, if he'd hired Robbie Mook to be the director of his third campaign, he would be capable of losing if he relied on the same utter morons that she did, who didn't have her campaign in Michigan, et cetera. He would certainly possible that he could lose, but he's at least seemed savvier about who the base actually is, speaking to working class people, speaking to people who are not on board with, what we now term wokeness. I don't think that's quite what we were calling it at the time, but he would make fun of some of the extreme things that the kind of campus progressives believe, which I think did him a lot of good. Again, it's something I've advised Kamala Harris to do if she wants to increase her popularity, but not listening to me. But
well, here's something interesting. A November 18th, 19 Hill Harris X poll found Vice President Kamala Harris and former First Lady Michelle Obama are in the lead for a 2024 presidential run if President Biden decides not to try for a second term. So I find it interesting that Kamala Harris is still in the lead there. But meanwhile, a December 11th to 13th Politico Morning Consult poll found 69% of Republicans want Trump to take another shot at the presidency. So what I find interesting about both of these is I thought Harris would be much less popular. Also thought Trump would be much less popular. These polls are showing that, they're still pretty popular.
Trump, what did Trump always say? He could shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue or Sixth Avenue. I don't know.
Fifth Avenue, yeah.
Fifth Avenue. He could do it in Fifth Avenue and then hop on over to Sixth and do it as well. Wouldn't dent his poll numbers one iota.
He definitely be called out shot.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know. It is not a good idea for the Republicans to bring back Trump because I think they're looking pretty good, or at least close enough within striking distance. I mean, Trump's within striking distance too. Like if he runs, he very well could win. That is not at all out of the running. But I think any other person with an R next to their name, particularly Ron DeSantis, a couple other people, have a better chance. Maybe are more likely than not to win, whereas Trump is still more likely than not to lose, even if it's without
any Republican, like Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood. Like they start at 47%.
Right.
We're so polarized that the Wood Powell gets at least 47%.
The Wood Powell ticket, absolutely, yeah.
Powell Wood,
whatever.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on Rising, Team Rising will be back to weigh in on the news of the day.
And Brianna Joy Gray will also join us.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a segment, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
See you then.
See you then.